Hello, welcome back to the channel. Life is hard, don't complain. And depending on when you're watching this, good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening. Today, I have a unboxing from Boker, USA. Yeah, if we can get to it. Okay, I got these from Boker on their whatnot channel, so they don't come with boxes, and there are probably going to be some slight issues with these knives. I'll do sort of a Boker twofer. This is the Huayna Blue 440B steel, very slight liner lock, thumb screw. This is the Boker Magnum brand. It looks to be blue micarta. Pocket clip is not what I would consider a deep pocket clip, but it is not reversible. Looks like it's on copper washers, maybe bronze. Well, actually one looks to be Teflon, the other one is copper looking, or bronze. Blade is slightly off center, but we haven't tuned this at all. Blade is right at 3 inches long. Overall knife is 7 and maybe a quarter, 7 1/8. It's a pretty knife. You have some old Boker traditional knives. If you haven't seen my my video concerning my knife haul from my dad's house, I had probably a 50-year-old Boker trapper knife in there. So check that out if you haven't already. It's my most popular video. The nostalgia factor is high on that video. So, and here's a little hint. You see those 2 little dots right there? That indicates it is a special. Not a special, but a second. So, Boker does let you know if you're getting a second or not. It's a very, I'm a fan of micarta. This is very grippy micarta. Or is this, this may be G10. Shoot. It's very grippy. I'm gonna have to figure this out. Okay, I was wrong. This is Blue G10. And closer inspection, obviously it's Blue G10. It's a nice grippy G10. I like it. I do like that, the way this thing feels. Nice. Again, nice shape of the knife. Very, very attractive knife. Good feel in the hands, lightweight. Let's just take a look-see at the weight of it. about 90 grams. Oops. .21 ounces. So lightweight knife, very nice. Now, it's an attractive knife, but it's got a very nice solid feel to it. And it is nice and sharp. Typically with these seconds, it's something cosmetic with the knife, not a functional issue. I'm looking, I don't really notice. I mean, there are, it's kind of hard to see, but there are some kind of smudges on the, and I don't know if you can read that. It says Boker Magnum on the spine. No obvious defects, but it was enough of the cosmetic front to, you know, it could be because it's kind of smudged on the G10 there. But other than that, functions very well. Nice action. Ooh, okay. See, I'm not a fan of liner locks, and with a little pressure, this sucker, hold on, let's not cut myself, but okay, that secured it. So it's one of those things that makes me tentative about some liner lock knives. So that is gonna be a little bit of a cautionary tale for me on this guy. Good looking knife. Just, I don't want my knife to come back and slice my finger to the bone, you know. This knife is sharp enough to where it would. So keep that in mind when, you know, Boker Magnums are made in China, or in Asia, but I think it's China. Designed in Germany. They do have a nice look to them, but you know, that's a big no-no for me. And let's see what else we got here. This is a very traditional. This is a Magnum by Boker, so it's going to be made in China as well. This one too is 440A. This is an old school trapper style lockback brass bolsters. Super sharp. You can see the little 2 dots. So this is a second. Some scratches on the blade, little discoloration. Very hard to see on the camera. The lockback mechanism is firm. This is probably pucka wood. It's scratched. It's got some grooves in it. So this knife has some issues as far as the cosmetics of it go. It's centered nicely. Kind of an old school, you know, it's got the fingernail indent. It's an old school pocket knife style. Blade edge, a little over 2 3/4. Knife itself is right at 7 1/8 inches long. You know, if you want to compare the two, they're almost an identical length. This one just being a very traditional old school pocket knife. We're putting that Lockback to the test. Lockback is sturdy as hell, so I don't have the same concerns as I do with this guy. You know, I will oil this guy up, and I may even, because I got this knife for next to nothing, I may clean it up. I may sand the scale a little bit just to get the grooves out, polish up the bolsters, give it a little new lease on life. As far as the weight goes, let's do that really fast. You know, these aren't going to be long, extensive reviews because they don't need to be for these kind of knives. 3.67 ounces, 104 grams, as compared to this guy, which was 80 or 90 grams. So quite a bit more substantial feel to this one than this one for very, very similar sized knives. This one just screams worker's knife, pocket knife. This one has an elegant look to it, but with that liner lock, I don't know. It does have that thumb disc so you can deploy it with your thumb, but you know, what can I say? If I had to vote, I think this guy looks pretty, but this guy feels reliable. So, you know, there we are with that. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed this really, for me, a brief review of two knives. Looking forward to the next time where we can get into some longer reviews, less budget-oriented knives. But, you know, I want to show a variety here. If you haven't already, please hit the like and subscribe button. We're growing the channel, and I appreciate it very much, you spending your time with me. And, you know, hopefully this kind of gives you a little more insight to the Boker Magnum brand and, you know, pros and cons. So with that being said, remember, life is hard. Don't complain. Till next time, take care.